has to be understood. Accountancy, yesterday we already have seen that the accounting is basically the information system, the information basically which is required by the management, by the various stakeholders like shareholders, debenture holders, financial institutions, bankers, the creditors, the government authorities, the regulatory bodies like SEBI and all. Okay, so that is why accounting was also termed as a language of business, through which we just come to know about the operating performance, about the financial performance, and we need to communicate it to the various users. Okay, this is what the discussion took place yesterday. Now, from here onwards, the basic meaning of accounting, the features of accounting, all those things we are going to discuss. Definition. When you talk about the definition, it will come into the simple words also, but this definition has been given by AICPA, that is American Institute of Certified Public Accounting. Okay, it simply says that accounting is the art. Okay, it is an art. अब कोई art है तो art किस चीज का है? Let us understand that it is an art of recording, classifying, and summarizing. Three steps are there. The basic three steps, the basic three functions of accounting. Number one, recording. Number two, classifying. And number three, summarizing. Please don't change the order at any point of time. Okay, we need to have a recording, classifying, and summarizing of what? It has to be the transactions, okay, which are in terms of money, which are of a financial character, right? And then once we are done with the recording, classifying, and summarizing, we need to interpret the results thereof. That is what is the definition, right? In simple words, it simply says that it is a process. Accounting is a process. Process again of what? The recording, classifying, summarizing, 1, 2, 3 steps in order. And once we have the summarized data with us, we need to communicate it. Okay, we need to interpret and communicate it to the various users of accounting service, accounting information, right? So that they can take some important decision to the business entity, related to business entity or related to the company. Okay, so this is what is the definition or the meaning of accounting: recording, classifying, summarizing, communicating, right? Each are functions. And let us go through one by one the features of accounting now, the characteristics, the attributes of accounting. Okay, number one, an analysis of our definition, will give us the following features. Number one, recording of financial transactions only. The meaning of transaction was discussed yesterday. How many of you remember that?
Sir, the transfer of money in return of any kind of goods or services.
Okay, it is nothing but the exchange of goods and services against money. Transfer of money also can be used the term but still I would like you to use the term as exchange. Okay, exchange of goods. How many of you remember the term like goods?
Sir, whatever the product the company makes or item the company makes.
That's very correct. Goods are the items or the products in which the business entity deals in with the motive of earning profit. I give the examples if you remember. Mohan Stationery Mart. So for me, being a stationery mart, I'll be dealing in the books and the notebooks and the pencils and the erasers. Okay, so what's up? Stationery material is my goods for me. If it is a Mohan Furniture Mart, in that case, the tables and the chairs will be goods for me. So in short, you have to remember that goods are those particular items or products in which the business deals in with the motive of earning profit. Okay, that is goods. Okay, so transaction is nothing but the exchange of goods and services against money between two parties, between two persons. Okay, we need to have a recording of those transactions. Okay, recording of financial transactions. Though it's a limitation of accounting, we record only those transactions which are financial in nature or which can be measured in terms of money. Okay, this is the biggest limitation. Okay, we need to have a record of financial transactions only. Okay, we may have some transactions which are of non-financial nature, like if I talk about the appointment of a manager, appointment of an employee in the organization. We just appointed them, right? We are not paying anything to them. Let them provide the services for a month. Let us acquire the services. After a month, the salary will be paid to them. When salary is paid, it is a financial transaction. But the appointment of such people in the organization, there is no exchange. When there is no exchange, there is no transaction. Like we simply say that that is not to be recorded in the books of accounts. Though like we have some, like very, very important events which cannot be measured in terms of money, but it will have a huge impact on the working of the organization, impact on the profitability of the organization. Okay, it's a huge impact, but because such events, such transactions cannot be measured in terms of money, we don't record it in the books of accounts. Let us see those. Value of human resources, change in managerial policies, dispute between the production and sales personnel are the examples which affect the profitability of the business adversely, right? But because it cannot be measured in terms of money, we will not be recording it in the books of accounts. Though these are financial matters, yet their impact cannot be measured in terms of money, so these will not be recorded in the books of accounts. Second, recording the transactions in terms of money. We need to have some common unit of measurement. Okay, suppose I'm a cloth merchant, okay, and I do have an office, I do have a godown with me. I will say that I have 10,000 meters of cloth with me. In my office, 3 to 4 laptops are lying with me. I do have some two premises with me. 2-3 shop hai suppose, okay? So if I ask my accountant to record all these things with different unit of measurement, will he be able to record it? Okay, because क्लॉथ मटेरियल होगा तो मीटर्स में होगा, लैपटॉप की बात करेंगे तो यूनिट्स में आएगा, मशीन्स की बात करेंगे तो यूनिट्स में आएगा, शॉप से बात करेंगे तो स्क्वायर मीटर्स में आएगा. ओके, तो हर एक का यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट तो अलग अलग है. सो वी नीड टू हैव दैट कॉमन यूनिट ऑफ मेजरमेंट इन अकाउंटिंग एंड दैट इज टेकन एज रुपीस. Only those events which are quantified in monetary terms are recorded in the books of accounts. For instance, purchase of goods for rupees 30,000. Goods purchase किया, amount तो होगा 30,000. Sale of goods to Ram, purchase of plant, wages paid to workers, interest received, etc. are the best examples of monetary transactions. So these are to be recorded in monetary terms only. We need to have the common unit of measurement, that is money, the rupees, and all the transactions which are recorded in the books of accounts are to be recorded in chronological order. Any idea about this word? Anybody? What do you mean by this chronological order?
Sir, in a proper sequence.
Proper sequence, date-wise. When you talk about accounting recording and all, yes, every transaction has to be recorded date-wise. Suppose today is 16th, right? So 16th of June. So I cannot go back and write a transaction in the books of accounts of 15th of June or 14th of June. It is not possible. The reason is very clear. I need to follow this because these books of accounts are also or can also be presented as a proof in the court of law. So that's why it has to be in a particular sequence, a particular order. The date-wise transactions are to be recorded over here. No manipulation should take place in the books of accounts. Otherwise, it will not be acceptable by the court, right? Third, functions of accounting. Okay, what are the functions of accounting? Let us see those. The first one is identification. Whenever any transaction is taking place, okay, any activity in the business is a transaction basically. Whenever any transaction is taking place, we need to identify it as economic event. I'm sure like BS and economics में आपने पढ़ा होगा economic and non-economic event. Economic event is that event which can be measured in terms of money. Okay, then only we are going to record it. So first thing is that I have to identify a particular transaction, whether it is an economic transaction or not, whether this transaction is measurable in terms of money or not. That is the first thing I would like to do. Second thing, once the identification is done, I need to record it in the books of accounts. Okay, recording of the business transaction in the books of accounts is art. That is why in the definition the art word was used. Next, it is okay. Where do we record these transactions? The very common book known as journal. Okay, this is the very first book of accounts. We call it as the original book of accounts. Whenever any transaction is taking place, for the first time, the transaction is to be recorded in the book called journal. okay, as per the specified rules. Rules we are going to learn in chapter number 4 or 5. In big business houses, okay, where the volume of transactions is very large, small business houses keep journal, that's fine. But if the volume of transaction is large, in that case, they cannot depend on journal. They'll have to prepare the subsidiary books. अब subsidiary books कौन से होते हैं? Let us see that it is a cash book, number one. Cash book for cash transactions, because more of the repetitive transactions are there, more of the cash transactions are taking place. So all the cash transactions are to be recorded in cash book. Second, it's a purchase book. Purchase book will have a record of only and only credit purchases of goods. Suppose I have purchased furniture on credit, so that will not be recorded over here. If I purchase goods on credit, yes, that will be recorded in purchases book. Next is sales book. Again, the same thing like purchases. Whichever the credit sale of goods is taking place, so that needs to be recorded in sales book. Fourth one, purchase return book. Okay, when the amount of goods is purchased and it may be defective or due to one or the reason, maybe the goods are overcharged, goods are not as per the sample, we need to return it back to the supplier. So for that purpose also we need to have a separate book for that, that is purchase return book. Purchase return है तो next should be sales return. So sales return book is a when we sell the goods to the customer and the customer is not satisfied with the goods due to one or the reason, he may return us the goods. So that is a sales return. So we may have another sales return book with us. And finally, we will have a journal proper also. Okay, that is not mentioned over here, but it should have been. Okay, we have journal proper. The sixth book, very common book. It is not journal, it is journal proper. Sixth book has to be there. So it very much depends on the size of the business and the volume of the transactions. If the size of the business is small, not many transactions are taking place. In that case, that business entity can rely upon just one book, that is journal. And if the size of the business is big and the volume of the transaction is large, in that case, we need to have the subsidiary books. 6 books are there: cash book, purchase, sales, purchase return, sales return, and journal proper. Once we are done with the identification process and then the recording either in journal or subsidiary books, anything. After that, we need to have the classification of the data. Classification is recording the similar nature transactions at one place, and that is done with the help of next book or the next stage, that is ledger. Let us see that. Okay. After recording of business transactions in the journal or in the subsidiary books, these are classified. The data has to be classified. And the classification is a process of grouping of transactions of similar nature at one place. And that too has to take place in a chronological order. And it is done with the help of a separate account, right? A separate book has to be prepared for this purpose, which is called a ledger. This is the next step in for recording the transactions, the classification, right? First step is to have the record of the transactions in journal or in subsidiary books. That part is done. After that, the second step is to have the classification. Classification का मतलब क्या है? To have the record of the similar nature transactions at one place, and that is done with the help of the new book, the next step, that is ledger. Okay, ledger, we generally call it as a book of accounts. All the various accounts are prepared over here. Mohan account, Sohan account, Ram account, Sham account, electricity account, laptop account, furniture account, salary account, wages account, right? Every account has to be there. For every small bit, refreshment expenses pay kiya, the refreshment expenses account. Okay, so for all the things we have one other account with us, all those accounts are maintained in the book called ledger. Okay. Separate accounts are kept for each customer, each supplier, asset, liability, expense, income, etc. This is what I give the example. Examples should have been there. Okay. So the examples that I gave you over here, it can be like customer की बात करेंगे राम, श्याम, मोहन, सोहन, supplier की बात करेंगे महेश, सुरेश, नरेश, सारे आगे. asset, land and building, plant and machinery. You can talk about the vehicles, right? Furniture, liabilities. It can be the bank loan, creditors, anything. Expenses. You talk about the stationery, electricity, income, the rent received, dividend received. Everything will have a separate account. And then what we need to do is, suppose it's a Mohan account. So what other transactions are related to Mohan? All those transactions will be recorded under the head Mohan over there. And that is in the book of ledger, the book called ledger, right? Okay. Once the classification is done, we need to have the summarizing of the data. We need to summarize the data. Okay. Summarizing is done with the help of a trial balance and the financial statements. Okay. The process, and this is a process in which the classified data of the ledger is presented to the management and other users of the accounting service in an understandable and useful manner. We can't just present all the accounts to the various users. We can't. We need to have the summarized data with them. कि मोहन से कितना पैसा लेना है, सोहन को कितना पैसा देना है. That is all. Okay. So this process involves the balancing of ledger accounts and preparation of trial balance. Now ledger account कैसे बनता है? Let me show you over here. Suppose this is Mohan account. Okay, ये Mohan account हो गया. ये left hand side is a debit side and right hand side is a credit side, right? Suppose left hand side का total आया हमारा 50,000. Right hand side का total आता है suppose 30,000. Okay, so can you tell me the difference please? कितना आएगा?
20,000.
बोल सकते हो कोई भी, इतना टफ भी नहीं था. 20,000. So this 20,000, the difference is termed as a balance. तो हमने लेजर में सारे अकाउंट्स बनाए थे. मैंने बताया ना, मोहन, सोहन, सुरेश, रमेश, नरेश सारे बन गए. फिर एसेट की बात करो, लैपटॉप, फर्नीचर, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, मशीनरी. लायबिलिटी की बात करो, लोन आ गया, क्रेडिट आ गया, हम सारे अकाउंट्स बने हुए हैं. So we need to do the balancing. अब ये जैसे difference find किया ना हमें, that is a process of balancing, right? Balancing of ledger accounts and then preparation of trial balance. Okay, or everybody, most of the different user of accounting information is there. They are not interested in Mohan account. इनसे उसको कोई मतलब नहीं है, right? They need to know the summary of the different accounts. Like Mohan account आ गया, सोहन account आया, रमेश account आया, सुरेश account आया, ये सारे amounts हैं. तो मोहन से कितना पैसा लेना है, सोहन को कितना पैसा देना है. तो they are just interested to know these amounts, and this is a statement called as trial balance. Okay, we will learn that this process by the end of first term, right? So summarizing is basically to present the data in an understandable manner, the useful manner, because ledger accounts are useful, no doubt, but all the ledger accounts are to be balanced. Balance ka matlab, I'm sure you know this. Get a difference from the total of the two sides, that is a balance. And once the balancing is done, with the help of the balances of all those various accounts, we need to prepare a trial balance. And after trial balance also, wait there. After trial balance also, we need to have the final accounts. Final accounts, the chapter number 17, 18, 19 आएगा, in which we prepare trading account, we prepare profit and loss account, we prepare the balance sheet to know the financial performance of the business, to know the operating performance of the business, right? That is what is all about summarizing. Trading and P&L account will tell us the profitability position, whereas balance sheet will tell us the financial position of the business entity. Once we are done with the summarizing, it is analysis and interpretation. Okay, even when the data is presented in the form of the summarized form, that is preparation of trial balance and trading and P&L and balance sheet, so many of us are not able to conclude anything from there, because it is not necessary that every person on the other side from the users of accounting, okay, they possess some good knowledge of accountancy. It is not necessary. So what is to be done then? So whatever the data is there in the financial statements, that has to be divided into smaller parts. That is what is all about the analysis. Develop some relation between the various items of the statements, okay, and then you interpret it. Okay, that will be the better idea. So that is what is analysis and interpretation. So analysis and interpretation of financial statements provide useful information concerning the operating and the financial performance of the business. जिसको interpret करना है to the management and to the other end users. पता है कौन कौन होते हैं? क्रेडिटर्स हैं, फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, प्रोप्राइटर ओनर है, मैनेजमेंट है, बैंकर्स हैं, सब. नेक्स्ट. अच्छा, why they are in need of, so that is known to us, so that they just can make the meaningful decision, right? Communication has to be there. Okay, as far as a company account is concerned, I told you in the morning also, for every company it is mandatory to publish their accounts, the final accounts, the annual accounts, right? So you can check the website of any of the company, and if you just type over there, you want to have the annual report of the company. So throughout the year, whatever the activities have been taken by them, what are the assets, what are the liabilities, whether the company has earned the profit or is suffering from losses, everything you will come to know with the help of the annual report. Okay, so that way the companies do communicate it with the various users, and that is why the accounting is also called as the language of business. Analysis of financial statement provides the information about the profitability position, the solvency position, the efficiency of the business, right? To the various users, shareholders and debenture holders and bankers, ये सब हम discuss करते हैं, right? But communication है to provide the information. Accounting is treated as a science as well as an art. These are all the features of accounting, right? अब उसको science क्यों बोला गया है? The way like we have some principles in science, we need to follow that. जैसे chemistry lab आप लोग almost सब लोग गए होंगे, and you might have find that the chemical लोचे होते रहते हैं, chemical A plus chemical B is chemical C, reaction वही आता ही है, fix है ना, चाहे आप वो अहमदाबाद में करो, गांधीनगर में करो या कहीं भी करो throughout the world. So we have set that fixed principles over there. We need to follow that to have that fixed outcome. In the same way, in accounting also, we have some principles. We have some rules. We need to follow that so that the uniformity is maintained in the books of accounts, right? And why it is an art, I have told you earlier also. As it happens to be an art, you need to acquire the knowledge and then you need to implement it. The same way, look, like over here also, you all will become the artist by the end of the year. As far as accountancy is concerned, you will learn about the various rules, the regulations which are to be followed in accounting. And yes, by the end of the year, I'm sure like you will all be able to prepare the final accounts of the firm, right? That is why it is considered as an art also. Okay, since accounting is an organized knowledge based on certain principles, so it is a science, and it is an art also, as it helps to achieve the desired objective of recording, classifying, summarizing and interpreting. ये सब तो तभी कर पाएंगे ना जब अकाउंटेंसी का नॉलेज होगा तो आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, तो नहीं कर पाओगे. Provides service activity. Accounting is a information system basically, which provides the service of the accounting information. It is considered as service activity. Accounting not only generates accounting information but also facilitates the various users with the useful information so that they can take the appropriate decisions. Accounting is a service activity which is designed to produce the relevant and useful information of enterprise for decision making.